Already I showed how to download a server. Okay, like this. Okay, so I went to here and I downloaded ISO image, completed ISO image. I downloaded, continue, give the details. You can download. Okay, next one is I downloaded it. So where I downloaded, first I have to see it. Okay, so in Z drive I downloaded it. So download, the name of, here it is, you can see closely. This is the name 17769. You can see release a service server evaluation version. If you want to see the full name, then also you can see like this. Okay, like this. This is the server. It is around 5 GB. It is around 5 GB. Okay, so in a G download. Next one is where I have to create a virtual machine. I'm going to create a virtual machine in this location. Okay, here I will create a another folder and I will create a virtual machine. Next, so create a new, go to home, create a new virtual machine. This is the wizard. You can choose custom or a typical. I'm going to choose typical only. Next, I'm selecting this option. I will install operating system later. I will choosing it. You can choose this one, but there is a problem. How to download this one, right? So try like a 2019 is detected, but I choose this one only. If I choose this one, what will happen? Automatically it will install, but I don't have any control over the installation. So I will choose third option. Next, Windows, Microsoft Windows. From here, select a 2019. 2019. We are installing 2019. If you install 16, 16, 12, 12, like that. Okay, 2019. So what is this? 8. See, from for 2008, 64 is there, no 64 is there. Guys, people who are download 2008 32-bit for your practical purpose, you have to choose this option. Okay, I'm choosing 2019. If you are using older version of VMware Workstation, you have to choose 2016 only. Older version don't have 2019 option, then you can choose 16 also, no problem. But I choose 2019. I have option, so I will choose it. It's 64 bit only, that's why it is no 32 64. It's 64 only, pure 64. Now it is showing a name. Guys, never leave the name and go to next. Don't do that one. Always change the name. Always try to change the name. So I am changing name like CTS. For you, I have a batch wise, I have to divide. That's why I done. So win, yes, you can use win s2, win s1 also. Win s1, win s2, win s3, like that, or Windows Server, or win s19, like that you can use it. So I'm choosing to give CTS to win s1. Okay, then I'm changing the location. What is my location? That is important. So this is my location, H drive here, because I have more space in this one. I have more space in this one. So I copy paste that location from there, and I put a slash after this one, and I copy here. Understand? So I copy paste my location, and then I copy paste my virtual machine slash virtual machine name. So all virtual machine related things stores in this folder only. Store virtual disk, store virtual disk as a single file. You have to select it. 60 GB is okay, because minimum requirement is 32 GB. So 60 GB is okay. Okay, if you want add more, you can add it, no problem. If you want to put a 100 GB, 200 GB, 160 GB, 300 GB, not at all a problem, you can keep it. But I am using 60 GB only. Later I will change. No, I am not going to change the main disk. If I need more space, then I will add it later. But 60 GB okay for me. Next, customize hardware. Customize hardware. So it is showing 2 GB. Guys, I am changing to 4 GB. So before changing 4 GB, I have to check it. Task manager. How much I have a space performance like this. I got a 3.8 GB available memory is there. So what I will do, I will shut down this virtual machine before I start this machine. So 2 GB enough. So currently I keep 2 GB only. 2 GB only. Later we'll see. It is asking for a two processors. No, I will choose one processor only. 111. And I select this one because I need a virtualization in this one. So I select this one. Okay. Virtualization. Okay. So 2 GB RAM, 1 GB. Guys, people who are having a 4 GB RAMs. People who are having a 4 GB RAMs. Laptop 4 GB candidates. Put a 1 GB. Laptop 4 GB candidates. Put a 1 GB. It was very slow, but still okay. It is very slow, but still okay. Okay. But I use 2 GB. Then CD. Use ISO image file. Download. Okay. This is my image. Select a image. Open. Next. Custom. You have to choose VMNet 1. We have to choose VMNet 0. 0 or 1, no problem. 0 or 1, no problem. Okay. Currently for installation, 0 or 1, no problem. Otherwise, you can choose 1. Okay. Choose 1 is the best one. Better to choose VMNet 1. Choose VMNet 1. Okay. I am choosing VMNet.
Sir, why we need to choose them?
Yeah, there is a thing is there. So I will explain it. Okay. So choose VMNet 1. Okay. I'm putting 2, so I will tell why I put a 2. Okay. Choose VMNet 1. So currently VMNet 1. Okay. I will change it later. VMNet 1. I will tell the differences. So memory 2 GB. So 1 and this check mark. Insert a image 19 image and I put a VMNet 1. Okay. I will explain that one. Okay. So while installation, I will explain this. Finish. Once you're done, finish. The machine came. Go to edit virtual machine settings. Okay. Edit virtual machine settings. Yeah, memory 2 GB 111 check mark. So 60 GB. Okay, no problem. Use ISO image file. Okay, that given image VMNet 1. Next, go to options tab, advanced. Make sure UEFI is selected. Okay. Next, time sync off. Select this one. Time sync off. Select this one. VMware tools. Time sync off. Select this one. Okay. Then go to hardware again. Okay. What are the another thing we have to do? What is one more step? Usually you guys are forgetting that one. What is the step?
Adding three
Adding
lines.
3 lines. Hmm.
Add three.
If you forget to add 3 lines and you started a virtual machine, what to do? Continue. Don't add later. You should not add it later. Okay. Once you start a virtual machine, you should not change any hardware related properties. You can't add a kind of stuff. Okay. Properties. Sorry. What I do? Right click. Open with Notepad. Scroll down. So why it is showing like this? Scroll down. Make sure that floppy disk. Click on bottom line. Paste. But what happened? Something has happened. No problem. False. Enter. Now it is correct. What is this meaning? Hypervisor CPU ID V0. Actually, this is virtual machine, right? Virtual machine having virtual CPU, and you are saying that is not a virtual CPU. Okay, you are faking it. Okay, and also you are enabling virtualization features also. You are enabling virtualization related features by telling it is true, and also you are telling this is not a virtual CPU. Okay, and all these things. Okay, so don't change anything, just copy in a bottom. Then once you start it, automatically it will understand that one. Save it and close it. Okay, now this part is completed. So this is, we created a virtual machine. um, you guys asking a question, right? So that is a important question, so I can't ignore that one. Guys, this is your physical machine. This is your physical machine. Okay, you have a NIC, you have a your NIC which is connected to outside, right? Wireless or wired, anything, you have your own physical NIC is there, right? You have your own physical NIC is there. And when we do VMnet 0, when we do VMnet 0 and we are bridging VMnet 0 to this one, and it is become very big one. One more setting we have to do, that is also I will tell. Okay, sorry. VMnet 0, right? So this is VMnet 0. Okay, and here, so when you create a virtual machines, you created a Linux virtual machine, you created a Windows 10 virtual machine, like that, right? So you connected to the VMnet 0. Okay, so what happened? Why we connected to VMnet 0? To access external network also, right? You can access from physical machine, you can access from physical machine like a putty kind of stuff, you can access from physical machines, and also you can access outside like a internet also, you can able to access it. Okay, so that is why we are connected to external network for external communication. Next, we are getting DHCP service from outside, right? We are getting DHCP service from outside. It allocate automatically IP address, so you need to configure IP address manually. You got IP address to our PCs directly from our DHCP server, and also we are getting internet service to our virtual machines. So for that one we use a VMnet 0. Now we are using a server. Server don't need an internet connection. Important is server, you should not connect to internet, and it is not required internet. First of all, this is a server, just a server, so we don't required. Okay, so we don't required Windows Server. IP is static IP, so means compulsory manual IP address you have to assign, first thing. Second thing is we don't need a internet service also. Okay, we don't need a internet service also, we don't require this internet services. Okay, next, what are the external DHCP will come here, but we are going to do some practicals next time. That is, in server we are installing DHCP service also, then it is become DHCP server. So your server is DHCP server, and in your physical network you have a DHCP server. Your router, this DHCP existing your internet router is there, no, that is also you are giving DHCP. And when you do DHCP server like this, you are making server as a DHCP server, what happen, this is also giving IP address, and this is also giving IP address, then a collision will occur. This server will disturb your internet, that you are accessing internet with some IP address, right? So that will give disturbance. Disturbance will occur. It is happened in a really also. Okay. So when I working in a previous organization like CMS organization, so what happened? We have a physical machine. So some of our guys, what have they done? They install DHCP in a physical machine. That physical machine is connected to a switch, and this switch is connected to other DHCP servers. So enter our institute getting IP address from my server only, our server only. Okay, what happened? Internet is disconnected. Internet is there, but everybody is getting a different IP address from server only. Okay, not actually that router related IP address. They are getting different IP address from the server only. So it is giving a disturbance. So to avoid certain situations in the future, like a thing. Okay, so what I done? So for a server, I am connecting to VMnet 1. Okay, let for me 2, for you it is 1 currently, and also I will tell settings also. Now only I will tell the settings. I will connect a server to 1. So this is a server. I will connect VMnet 1. So this is not binding to NIC, but we will get one more problem. What is that problem? If server is connected to VMnet 1 and our client means our WinC1 is connected to VMnet 0, they won't communicate each other. What happened? This to this, no communication because separate connection. So what we have to do? What we have to do? We have to connect. We have to disconnect this one and connect it to VMnet 1. Understand? So tomorrow we'll do this VMnet 1. So WinC1 will going to connect to VMnet 1. So then you can see both are in a same network. So manually we have to configure it. So for all next practical DSC practical and all, it is very useful. Okay. One more setting we have to do for this one. So I will show you what settings you have to do before you are getting problem. Okay. That is, guys, whatever it is, go to edit virtual network editor. You know that one, edit virtual network editor. When you use VMnet 1 or VMnet 2, okay, DHCP services also will work. So go to VMnet 1 or VMnet 2, sorry, VMnet 1. For you, VMnet 1, right? So change settings and click on S. Maybe you can't see S, but click on S. Yes. Okay. Next. VMnet 0 binding is there. Very good. VMnet 1. Okay. So VMnet 1, you can see host only. Okay. VMnet 1, I removed this one. Okay. Make sure this connection is there. VMnet 1. Okay. VMnet 1. Okay. I'm using VMnet 1 for you. Okay. VMnet 1. Host only. And select this one. First option. And unselect this option. In generally both options are there. Unselect this one. Understand? Click on VMnet 1. Host only is there already. And then select. Make sure this is selected. Okay. Make sure unselected. Select. Unselect. Use DHCP server. Unselect it. Then apply. Okay. Guys, settings are okay. VMnet 1. Host only. First one is select. Next one is unselect. Apply. because everything we do IP address and everything is manually only. I don't want to get disturbed from the DHCP, VMware DHCP. This is VMware DHCP, not real one also, means not from our router also. Okay, so then click OK, apply, wait. Once it is completed, click OK. So once you done this setting, go to your virtual machine. See, it is VMnet 1 I connected like this. For client, we'll see that one. I will show you how to change for a client also. See, okay, so this is how we can able to create a virtual machine for